This is a transformations review. Suppose that you're given A at 3, 2, and you are asked to translate it 4 units left and 1 unit up. Let's go ahead and start with the graph. Y-axis and the x-axis, we're going to plot the point 3, 2, and this is going to be called A. Then we're asked to move A 4 units to the left and 1 unit up. So if we move it 4 units to the left, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 unit up would be right here, and we would call this A prime. So we can formally write this as A is 3, 2, and its new image, we use the apostrophe or the prime, becomes, here we have, oops, forgot the A. Goes like this, A prime. A goes at 1, 3. So we have A from 3, 2 goes to A prime, which is at 1, negative 1, 3. And so what you're looking at then is to write the rule. X, y approaches. Here's your prime. What happened? Well, X moved to the left 4 units, and the Y went up 1 unit. So that would be your rule. We also talked about dilations. Let's take our A at 3, 2 again, and this time we're going to dilate it by a scale factor of 1/2. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and draw our graph here. That's Y. That's X. So here's 3, 2. We're going to call that A. Now, if we dilate this by 1/2, look at what happens here. Our A, which is at 3, 2, becomes A prime, which means we're going to multiply 1/2 times 3, which would be 1.5, and 1/2 times 2, which would be 1. So the A prime would be here at 1.5, 1. So we could call that A prime right there. The rule, X, Y becomes 1/2 times the X and 1/2 times the Y. Let's go to another example. Let's make A 3, 2 again. This time we're going to rotate 270 degrees counterclockwise. And so we're going to go ahead with A on our graph. Here's 3, 2, that's A. And now for a 270 degree rotation, you can use the wrap, you can draw it on the graph. I'm going to walk you through this. A prime is going to become 270 degrees, you're going to find the opposite of X. So the opposite of 3 becomes negative 3. But then what you're going to do with these two is you're going to flip their places. So it's going to be 2, negative 3. So we're going to go ahead and plot 2, negative 3. And I want you to look, because this was rotated around the origin. This is where A prime is. But if you were to connect this dot and this dot from the origin, you'll notice here that we have a right angle. So we're going 90 degrees clockwise, or if we went this way, that would be 270 degrees counterclockwise. The rule, X, Y becomes, and then remember we're going to do the opposite of X, which makes it negative X, and we switch places. So Y, negative X. And then finally, a reflection. A, A is 3, 2, and we're going to reflect over the x-axis, and so now we're going to go ahead and plot 3, 2. Here's our A. X-axis, X stays the same, so we're going to be putting it over this one. Notice it's 2 units away this way, so we can go 2 units this way to get our A prime. We can also do this with the points without even graphing it. So A becomes A prime. X-axis, X stays the same, which means the Y is what becomes opposite. So our rule, X, Y becomes our prime, and that's going to be X stays the same, but Y becomes opposite.